Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about smart city and what this concept might look like. I have heard a lot of people talking about it. I'm not entirely sure about these people out there and what they are looking to achieve. First time I've heard this concept, I think it was perhaps 20 or perhaps not 15 years ago, so something around that period. And what and how we're looking to achieve is kind of concept, if anything, about some of the ins and outs and some of the obstacles potentially that those people are up there trying to achieve. If anything, they're looking to guide all the people and all the business people as well as all the individuals living in and between the cities to move closer to this direction. That's my own personal understanding and how we're looking to achieve that. And it's closely tied with perhaps some of the topics that I covered already. A smart city is a urban area that uses technology and data-driven solutions to enhance the quality of life for its residents. Improve infrastructure, okay, and services, okay, and address various challenges related to urbanization. The core concept of a smart city is to leverage information and communication technologies to optimize city operations and promote sustainability and efficiency and innovation. So there's key areas just to highlight the key areas that they're looking to achieve with the smart city. That would be to optimize city operations and promote sustainability, efficiency, and innovation. So that would be three areas what they would like to achieve. But works very well on the paper. Features and components of the smart city typically include information and communication technology. Smart cities rely on advanced communication networks, sensors, and data analytics to collect, disseminate information across the city effectively. Again, I mean, it works on the paper. It might sound like a good idea, especially those sensors and everything. I see a lot of projects with those areas, including. I don't know. Again, there's just a people who are looking to profit, looking to control and profit. That's what I see. Control, how they're going to control large groups of people, as well how they're going to increase profits of the cities. And some of the city councils, the way how they bankrupt the cities. Without what do they need, more control, more information, what do they need better systems. I don't know, it's again some of the people they don't know what they're doing in that. So but not necessarily everyone. Perhaps there's a small group of people who has good intentions for this concept. Data collection and analytics. Smart cities collect vast amounts of data from various sources such as traffic sensors. I have reached out to some of the cities to ask for those data. Most of the time, it applies Freedom of Information Act, so you can receive information about some of the traffic data if you are interested in promoting any of your products or services that you have up there. So you can potentially reach out to, since they're collecting that data already, environmental monitoring, social media, and other analyze the data to make informed decisions and improve services. So this is what they are trying to achieve: improve services. Perhaps we definitely need to do something because every time, again, if I would call them, they would be understaffed, under qualified, understaffed, underqualified. They're not. Everyone's busy. Nobody can solve any of those problems, right? But I guess this is what they're looking to perhaps outsource everything to a software. So hopefully, software can take care of that. Sustainability. They aim to reduce environmental impact of urbanization by optimizing energy consumption, promoting green infrastructure, and managing resources more effectively. Some of the cities decided to paint their roads white so they would attract less sunlight. I don't know, there's some people out there. They're doing interesting things, okay? I won't be the one. I won't be the one. It's good that they're trying something, right? So people out there not necessarily busy with doing anything. They're looking to improve or tell other people what to do. So if anything. Smart infrastructure. Smart cities often have infrastructure that's equipped with technology, like smart streetlights, waste management systems, and intelligent transportation systems. Which, if anything, I see very good way of investing money in particularly infrastructure. That's what one area that I agree on. If they can improve streetlights, right? Perhaps how they can collect light from instead of painting roads, perhaps replacing those roads with glass, perhaps rolling out some testing where glass can potentially that light generated can be transferred into street lights. I prefer that. Perhaps if there is an optimal way of doing it, I don't know if it's cost effective. Perhaps that some of the projects I agree on. Perhaps collecting that light, sunlight, and using it as a street light effectively. That perhaps would be one of the ways how we can improve overall infrastructure. Waste management systems, perhaps we all can do better as a way, perhaps how we're recycling as well as. I'm going to be covering a lot of, I have found a lot of information that's worth sharing with others about different ways how we can ourselves as well as perhaps different businesses improve the way how we reusing some of the materials out there. Not necessarily waste, right? Perhaps there's recycling, reproducing, reusing. Well, that's the different ways how to reuse those materials. I'm going to be covering in more detail, as well as intelligent transportation systems is something that's currently under process right now, and so many large cities in the world improving the infrastructure with the fast lightning speed rails. So, I'm not entirely sure how they would call that. The cities would include Japan, Israel, UK. There's some of the projects up there in the US as well. So they're looking to improve the infrastructure, so which is a great thing. I personally believe that that could reduce the number of people in urban areas and why people need to travel to do work in the first place. Perhaps they can outsource that, perhaps doing all the work from home in the first place. Improve transportation. These cities prioritize efficiency, eco-friendly transportation options, including public transit, ride sharing, and electric vehicles. So it's some of those areas that they would be interested in addressing when it comes to transportation. If anything, perhaps reduce number of or perhaps commute times. So if we're looking to solve this problem, why people would need to commute in the first place, right? Perhaps by eliminating this problem in the first place, that would be my way of thinking, right? Safety and security, enhanced surveillance. That's what we need, right? And emergency response systems help to ensure safety of residents. Enhanced surveillance, so how many cameras already there and what kind of things those cameras are tracking in the first place. Perhaps they're looking to enhance some of those systems out there. Quality of life. Smart cities focus on improving overall quality of life for residents by providing better healthcare, education, and public services. I don't know about this part. This is what they perhaps they would like to improve, but not necessarily governments are doing. Business people are doing. So business people are up there trying to set up businesses, right? We would prefer to know, okay, how we can adhere to all the standards, how we can set up those businesses, as well as government standing in the way for those people to do what they want to do. So this is as well as we discussing smart cities again. We're discussing governments within those cities. So they're stopping and slowing things down, and people are there. They're trying to do it. The government they utilize digital platforms to improve the delivery of government services and engage with citizens more effectively. I covered that in more detail. I was covering Estonia with some of my videos, but it's not necessarily limited to Estonia, as well as digital IDs is something I'm going to be covering in the future. So perhaps replacing need of people sitting there and handling some of that paperwork. Ideally, that's optimizing some of those processes, right? So if you need to send some documents or something, why can you just perhaps scan it at home and send it? Why you need to go somewhere, take a copy, print that copy on a paper? I don't know. It would be some of those obstacles there. as well as optimizing, and perhaps all that money that could be potentially, even now we're looking to increase pension age. So perhaps become if we can reduce some of the costs that government, or having such a large government, we can reduce some of the costs there, and potentially that cost can be passed down to people who not necessarily would need it to increase pension age. So even that will cost better costs, right? Well, we're spending so much money on the government, which is not necessarily effective in the first place. Citizen engagement. Citizens are often encouraged to actively participate in the city's planning and decision-making process throughout digital channels. Perhaps they can increase that. It's good that they would ask people if they would like power stations to be set up in different parts of the city. It's great. It's great that they're asking that, since for some reason sometimes it can be done by your own money. It's been done by your own money, setting up those stations. So at least they're asking where you would like them to control where your money is being spent on. Which is the great thing. Innovation ecosystem. Smart cities foster environments that encourages innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology development. At least this is what they should strive to achieve, perhaps but how? There's government institutions, right? Usually, if you were to reach out to some of those government institutions, and I have done it, right? So if you were to reach out and you would say, "Oh, I have a project. Where can I submit this project?" Usually, there would be a long process where they would slow things down. That's my personal experience. Perhaps I haven't spoke with the right people, but usually they would slow things down instead of promoting and encouraging. So perhaps it's some of those obstacles that they're looking to solve by encouraging people, or perhaps having a platform where you can submit project for that project to be approved. That could benefit the large groups of people. Perhaps that would be a better way of doing things, not necessarily how it's been done right now. Examples of the smart cities include Singapore, Dubai, Barcelona, and Songdo in South Korea. I don't know. So this is what information I can find, but I'm not necessarily agree that this is what they are currently doing, right? I know how advanced, for example, Singapore is when it comes to perhaps digitize all the government activities. I do understand it, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done enough research to understand if it's actually what's happening, right? The cities have implemented various technologies to address urban challenges such as traffic, congestions, population, and resource management, while simultaneously improving the life of the residents. For people up there who are interested in learning more, I have published a course. In this course, I'm sharing a lot of information with the people who are interested about different areas. I have identified 12 different areas where I personally believe everyone should start. That's very fundamental areas where everyone should start, begin when developing themselves, developing their skills, their abilities. Then it comes to accomplishing different goals, and if anything, achieving your ideas, goals, inspirations, whatever you like to pursue in life. So, whatever challenge you would go after, these 12 areas would be very important for all the people out there. Those areas haven't been taught in school. I have had to do my own homework to understand it in my own time, right? So, as well as I'm looking to share all the information that I find with the people out there. I have published in different formats, that would be text, PDF, videos, in different formats, right? Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. If you like to purchase it, you can find it on my company's website and the link below. The development of a smart city is a complex and ongoing process involving collaboration between government, private sector, and citizens. It requires significant investment in technology infrastructure, careful planning, and commitment to sustainability and innovation. The ultimate goal is to create more efficient, sustainable, and livable urban environments for the future. So ideally, this is what they like to achieve, right? But how they're doing, and for as long as there's a people, they would be looking to gain more control. If anything, if there's takeaways of the people up there who will try to have more control over the large groups of people. Once those people would be removed, right, there would be given more control back to the people. I don't know how that sounds, but perhaps how it can accomplish that. Perhaps a voting system, or perhaps people can do more voting, and everything would be outsourced to technology, right? So, and if there's any decisions needed to be made, the large people or people groups of people can within that city can make those decisions, not a small group of people who would look to what they're trying to accomplish now. They will try to gain more control and not being effective. They're looking to more control and not being effective. So that's some of the obstacles, in my own words, what they're trying to achieve. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.